you for coming. So I entitled this mini retreat Bliss Before Thought, and I thought we might consider that notion a little bit. And it's possible. Maybe you've considered this before. I think a lot of people have not um, thought about that. Saying there's bliss before thought is different than saying there's bliss when thoughts go away. Sometimes they seem to go away, but as you probably discovered, that is a losing proposition to get them good to go away permanently. Um, but one natural, kind of unadulterated state of the mind is these moments of no thought that precede all our regular thoughts, or you could say it also in between all the thoughts we notice, there's something else going on, and that thing has an inherent blissful nature. Um, and there's a trick that tantric teachers figured out, and that's if we hone in on this experience, we'll have a broader perception of awareness and be able to realize this on the regular. And we become closer to what in yoga they call our true selves, which is really understanding yourself. So another way to say all that is it's hard to understand yourself if you're always concentrating on your thoughts. That's another way. That's probably the simplest way to look at it. So my first yoga teacher, Swami Satchidananda, was always quoted saying, "Bliss is your birthright." And I really love that because it points out that it's not just for some people, like some advanced meditation people, get the bliss before thought, and the rest of us have to suffer. So that includes all of us here. So that's good news. We're all capable of this. Our normal experience is not this. Like we walk around the world, we're not, I mean, unless you're really lucky, you're not kind of blissing out 24/7. But if we cultivate this awareness, what starts to happen is we start to have more spontaneous moments of this in our day-to-day life. And they're really the blissful experiences of just being, which everyone here has experienced. We've all had moments where we feel very blissful and extremely pleasant, present. And sometimes those moments just come. Sometimes they're spurred along by an experience we have, babies, puppies, falling in love, ocean, all the greatest hits of awesomeness in the world. Sorry, cats too, for you cat people. So these things happen, but our job as practitioners is to train the mind so that they happen more. And in some of the traditions that I've studied, they're really concerned with our ability to notice these things when they're easy to notice. So you could look at yourself and say, if you're going to be critical, which you don't have to be, but you could look at yourself and say, I'm not the kind of person who grabs the bliss every time it's available, but I would like to be. So that's where I'm at. I would like to be. And so that's why we practice, because the mind gets more entrained on to doing this. And then we have those experiences more naturally. And the last thing I'll say kind of about that is the definition of bliss is a moving target. So you could use the word bliss, but if that's not working for you, if you're like, I don't like this, I came here to this meditation retreat and now he's using this word bliss and it's really disturbing me because I don't even know what that is. You could think of it as happiness or joy or contentment, or like a sense that everything's okay, like some sort of like inner peace that you experience for a moment. That's what they're talking about. Not necessarily the only experience is not ecstatic. There's other versions of it. So all the little ways in which we feel super okay is available to us. And it's in these moments that precede thought.